start on the mat, as a matter of fact, with a cat-cow. So hands nicely under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's be kind for our body. And start with an amazing back stretch by pushing into your shoulders. Oh, and I already feel that it really does very good to my neck. Trying to touch with my chin for my chest. And then you can imagine that also you want to bring your epicenter almost through the back of your spine. So really push into those shoulder blades, breathing out. And then whenever you're ready, let's move into cow, following your back, breathing in. And then let's go again into cat, push. And whenever you're ready, moving back to cow. Okay, you can go to a table position, which means a neutral spine. And from there, we're gonna extend our right arm out and our left leg. So we come into a bird dog, trying to imagine that this invisible stick on the back is not moving. And then we're gonna bring our right elbow to our left knee. So a semi-crunch, and then place your right hand and left knee back onto the mat, stabilize your spine straight, and then extend your left arm and your right leg. Imagine that stick, look to your mat, and then let's go crunch, kind crunch, and then placing your hand and your knee back onto the mat once more. Right hand, left foot, extend, keep the stick, and let's crunch, placing your hand and your knee back. Last time, left hand, right leg, extend, and crunch. Okay, back into your table, aka all fours. And then we're going to just gently lift our knees off the mat. So as if we would start walking, beasting it away, but we're just staying here for a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your knees back onto the mat. We're gonna do that twice more, so 5 seconds up. Let's go up. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go down. For the last one, really embrace your core. So actively using your core for this one. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Shake out your wrists if you like. And then from here, let's move into a down dog. So butt up in the air. This should feel really nice on your legs. If you've been walking for 4 hours or hiking for 20 kilometers or riding your bicycle up a hill, this is an amazing stretch right now. So really spread your fingers and push into the mat with your hands so you get a nice stretch in your shoulders. You can pulse with your heels towards the mat so you'll feel a deeper stretch in your hamstrings and your calves each time when you're doing that. And then from here, let's bring our right hand, if we can, towards our left toes. Touch if you can, or just go into that direction, bring it back, so back to down dog. And then left hand, right toes. Okay, and back to the front. Once more, right hand to left toes. And back to down dog. Last time, left hand to your right toes. Okay, back to normal on your knees. And then we're gonna do a couple of sun salutations. So you may go, well, for a moment, perhaps back to your down dog. And then from there, you're gonna try to step or jump with your feet in between your hands to the top of your mat in 3, 2, 1. Stay there low for a moment. So with straight or bent knees, whatever you prefer. And then from here, we're gonna gently come up to halfway lift. So keeping the arms parallel to the mat, pushing the hips back. And then we're gonna come up completely with our hands in front of our chest, just putting everything straight down, relax, yeah, hands loose. And then from here, we're going to move again to the mat. So we're gonna go up, mountain pose, reaching with our hands for the ceiling, then halfway lift, pushing our butt backwards, and then bring the fingertips for forward fold towards the mat. Enjoying a stretch in our legs. And then we're gonna walk our hands out so we come into a high plank. Nice, yeah. Check your flank, hands nicely under the shoulders. You can push back in your heels for flexibility. We want strong planks, so no planks that fall through. Because from here, you're gonna go down into a push down, optional on the knees. So if you wanna do it on the knees, bring them down. And then as if you would be preparing for a push up, you push down, you stay there with your nose on the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your feet onto the mat and gently push yourself up into an upward dog or a cobra. Shoulders away from your ears. You should feel good in your lower back after the cardio that you did today. Forward movement, a lot for the front of your body and not so much for the back. And then from here, using your knees to come back into a down dog. So butt up. Once more, spreading your fingers, pedaling with your feet if you like. And then we're going to repeat this sequence once more. So in 3 counts, we will step or jump with our feet in between our hands. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keep it low. So still forward fold. Staying there for 3, 2, 1. Halfway lift. Push your hips back. 3, 2, 1. And coming up into mountain pose. Bringing first your hands in front of your chest. And again, just rolling, shaking, whatever you like, or not moving at all is fine too. Then hands up to the ceiling, reaching up, making yourself as tall as possible. And then again, coming down into halfway lift, pushing your hips back. 3, 2, 1, forward fold. 3, 2, 1, and step back or forward to plank, whatever you need to do to come into plank. Nice strong planks we have here, elastic planks. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Use your knees if you need to for a chaturanga push-up pose. Stay with your nose on the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet on the mat, and then also hips down to the mat. Push yourself up into Cobra. Careful for the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Coming onto your knees. And then if you want, shaking your hands, wrists. And then let's get to the main bit. So as I said, also the main bit will be not really timed. So we're gonna flow and we're gonna recognize some of the warm-up exercises. So there'll be some planking. There will be also a little bit that's more for the legs, although we try to spare the legs today. We mainly work on the core. So let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start in a nice high plank again. So optional on the knees, but I think both of you are very capable to go for a full plank. You're going to lift your right leg up. Keep it there for 3, 2, 1, and bring it back down. Left leg, same thing. So just trying to keep your heel more or less in line with your butt. Switch, bringing it down. Once more, right leg up. 3, 2, 1. Left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Go onto your knees for a moment. Shake out your wrists. And then we're going to do that once more. So coming back into your plank. If you want, you can do it on your knees. Let's go. Right foot. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Left leg. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. And switch. 1, 2, 3. On the knees. Perfect. Taking out your wrists, relaxing your shoulders. And then we're going to move to once more this plank position. So if it becomes too much, do go on your knees. So high plank, this time extending your arm out in front. 1, 2, 3. Placing it back. Left arm. 1, 2, 3. And back once more. Right arm. 1, 2, 3. Goes back. Left arm. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Down on the mat with your knees. Again, relaxing your wrists. Okay. We're going to go into a movement that we did for sure in many forms. So starting with a beautiful down dog where you get to relax before we move into a bit of strength. So the next movement will be from a plank position, bringing your knee in between your two hands to the front, kicking your leg up, and then bringing your knee to the left side of your hand, kicking your leg up again, and then bringing your knee to the right side of your hand. You're going to see immediately what I'm talking about. We're going to do that 3 times, and then we move to the other leg. So we go in 3, 2, 1. You can go with me first to plank. Yeah, okay. Once you find that plank again, you're going to first bring your knee to the front, but not completely to the front. Kick your right leg up, 3-leg dog, and then really swaying that knee forward so it reaches in front of your wrists in the middle and back up. And now it goes to the left and back up at your own pace and to the right. And again, up, middle, up, left, up, right. Once more, up, middle, up, left, up, right, and rest on the knees for a moment before we do the other side. So you should not feel like you're trying to get more cardio in. It should feel like you're from a controlled muscle point of view. You're making this movement. It can be hard, but it's really should be a nice kind of hard, you know? You know? Okay, let's go back into our plank. And then get ready for your left leg in 3, 2, 1. First, bring your knee halfway to the front. And then from there, you can nicely sway your leg up. And there you go, middle. And again, up, left, middle, right, middle, left, sorry, Oops. Up. And then left. Up. Middle or right, whatever. You can also follow your own sequence. Once more, ladies. I go middle. Up. Left. Up. And right. Up. Done. Okay. Relax. If you want to stretch your wrists a bit more, grab your fingers gently of your right hand and gently bend them towards your wrist for a short wrist stretch. Okay. Other hand. Okay. Now, let's down dog for a moment. And from our down dog, we're going to step or jump back to our forward fold like we did in the warm-up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, stay there for 3, 2, 1. And now coming up into a chair. So this might be one of the only side leg focus exercise that we do. So the chair where the knees are next to each other, your palms are in front of your chest, and you're just trying to stay there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming up, relaxing your legs, shaking them out. Okay, placing your right foot in front and your left foot to the back for a lunge, a kind of high lunge. That's not a 90-90 line, but where we are stretching our back leg. So try to push a bit further into your front knee. So you do create the 90-degree angle in the front, but definitely not in the back. Trying to keep your hip area open in that way. Yeah, keep it up for another 3, 2, 1, and then stepping your left foot again next to your right. Now let's bring the right foot back and the left foot stays in front. Mind your shoulders, that they're low. And then here you go again, pushing a bit further into that front knee, intensifying the stretch in your back right leg. Okay. And then from here, placing your hands down on the mat next to your left foot. Okay. And then dropping your right knee, placing your right foot on the mat and bringing your left hand up to the ceiling, opening up your left shoulder and your chest on the left side, looking at the ceiling or at your hand for 3, 2, 1, and placing your hand back. Now, coming up onto your knee. So from here, nice hip stretch, TFL stretch, good for runners, walking as well. So going a bit further from here, if you can, into that front knee. So again, your right groin area, like a hip, could feel a stretch. If you're very flexible, then maybe not. Okay, time to switch legs here. So right leg now comes to the front. And we start again with the hands next to our right foot. So bring that left knee a little bit further back. So you create also in this way a hip stretch in the left hip. This time you have your knee on the mat, and then you can also again bring your foot on the mat if it was not already the case. This time, right hand up to the ceiling and gently open up that right shoulder a bit more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring your hand back and then come up onto that left knee. Bring your right knee a little bit closer to you so it's more like 90-90. And then you have more the right balance to push from here into the front knee. So at that point, your front knee goes over your toes. And in that way creates a possible stretch in your TFL area, which is coming from your hip all the way going to your knee. Could also do something to your glute area. Okay, coming back. Ooh. Onto the knees. And then from here, we're going into a beautiful Cobra. Okay, so Cobra, high Cobra if you like, adult Cobra. Careful for the back. And then we're going to lower our upper body to the mat and 3 times push our upper body off the mat. So let's go down, touching with your forehead onto the mat, and then gently pushing yourself up again until you're back in that adult Cobra. And let's go down to the mat. It's number 2. Okay, and push back up. And last time, lower. Okay, from this position, you use your knees to come back to a standing pose. So coming up, leave the legs still working. And then once more, last time I promise, you come down into your toilet squat, kind of your closed, narrow squat, invisible chair, okay? And you're going to place your left elbow onto your right knee and try to bring the palms of your hands together. So you're basically resting your upper body onto your right knee. Stay there for 3, 2, 1. Hands on the mat, forward fold. Push your hips up if you like, or keep the knees bent, whatever you like to stretch here. If you go straight legs, it's a lot more stretch for the hamstrings and the calves, which might be nice after the previous exercise. And knowing that we will do the other side in 3, 2, 1. So back into your squat chair. And now you go the other side. Staying there for 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Coming back with your fingertips or your full hands onto the mat. Forward fold. Once more, optional. Bend or straight legs. Whatever works for you today. Okay. And then very gently coming up. Knee to chest. I'm starting left. Just bring your knee towards your chest and don't lose your balance. Easier said than done. So stretching again your hip groin area. Okay, placing it back or shaking it out before you place it back. And then the other knee. Okay. Placing your feet wide, so with the toes pointed to the long side of the mat. Bring your hands down and really pushing into the mat, so you'll again feel this time more the inside of your legs or your thighs on the inside. If you want, you can walk your hands over to the right foot, but the toes stay where they are, they're not moving. And then back to the middle. See if you can maybe reach a little bit further down with your hands or with your elbows coming a tiny bit closer. And then reaching with your hands for your left toes. Okay, back to the middle. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, excellent. Bringing your legs, feet closer together. And rolling yourself up. Whew. Okay. Let's see. Right. Last one before we go into abs, okay? Forward reach. It's a bit of balance on one leg. So I'm standing next to my mat to increase my stability. I'm going to bend my supportive knee and reach forward with my arms so they are semi-parallel to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and coming back up, staying a bit longer on that right leg, lifting my left knee into a 90-degree angle. We're going to do that twice more, so let's go again. Bring your leg back, keep your balance, bring your arms out to the front. 3, 2, 1, and coming back into that single leg position. Okay, last time. Forward reach. 3, 2, 1, and back to standing. Whew. Okay. Let's stand on our left leg this time. And bring our right leg to the back. Arms to the front. Forward reach for 3, 2, 1. Knee comes up. And then go back again. Number 2. 3, 2, 1, and bring your knee up again. Okay. Last time. Kicking your leg back. 3, 2, 1, and coming back to standing. Okay. Excellent. Moving on to the mat. Lying on your backs. We have, for this, I will probably use my timer. So I have 4 exercises, which are going from the same. So we start with the 6-pack abs, and then we move to the obliques. It's actually the same, a part of what we did last week as well. And we will do a curl with legs up. Then we will stay in that position and go for reaches or pulses. And then we move to oblique knee reaches. Then we end with oblique foot reaches. So 30 seconds for exercise, but we will do each exercise only once. So you got 2 minutes coming up, okay? So that's also how I'm going to time it. So I will try to be fast. So you just immediately go with me, okay? So except for the first one, that one I can demonstrate. So we're going to start with the legs in a 90-degree angle, and that's also how you will keep them for the first 2 exercises. Then you're going to bring your head up and your hands behind your head, and you're going to gently curl up and come back to your semi-relaxed position. Just a little note, semi-relaxed means that your head and shoulders are still off the mat. And when you curl, it's not a full curl. It is basically a movement of, let's say, coming 10 centimeters higher, okay? So last week, we really focused on looking at the ceiling. You can try that too here, but make sure that you protect your neck when you do that. So don't, like by holding your hands really nicely under your head, you can support your head when you're really coming up and not forward, okay? Okay. Right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. We're on. So up and down. And then the next exercise will be similar. So you're just gonna now you stay in your base pose, and instead of coming so high, you make little poses. So yes, it's a bit challenging, I know. It's supposed to be challenging. If it's too difficult, take a break. You're out in 10 seconds. Okay, keep it up. Keep it up. 5, 3, 2, 1, and place your feet on the mat. Nice. Okay, hands on the mat, head on the mat, feet on the mat. Coming up like this, penguin pose, and bringing your left thumb to your left heel, back to the middle, right thumb to your right heel. Your neck and your head are again off the mat. That's how you penguin yourself from side to side. For another 3, 2, 1, and just quickly bring your head to the mat to relax before coming up. And then this time you're going to reach with your right hand further than your right knee and come down again. And then with your left hand further than your left knee and come down again. So I go right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down. Let's go a bit longer. So we're almost there. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof, rest. Ooh. Okay, nice. That was a intense happy ending. So that was it in terms of strength. We're going to stretch now, more stretching. So let's start with the knees. Bring them into your chest. And then you may extend your legs and just stay here for a little moment before you bring your left knee up and you use your right hand to guide your left over to the right side for a spinal twist. You extend your left arm out to the left. And you look at your left arm, and more important than trying to push that knee down to the floor, you try to keep your shoulders on the mat. Okay, and coming back into a nice extension on the back before bringing up your right knee and using your left hand to guide it down, and then extending your right arm out to the side, and again trying to keep your shoulders on the mat. And then coming back into a nice extension on the back. Now let's flip around back onto our belly. And let's move back into this nice high cobra. Careful for the back here. And then if you want, rotate your head so your chin goes to the right shoulder. And then look straight ahead. Bring your chin down towards your chest. And again, straight ahead. Left. And straight ahead. Lower your upper body to the mat. And just stay there for a moment. Let's go once more. Push yourself into a high cobra. If you want, bring your chin towards your chest. And just straight ahead before lowering your body back to the mat. Okay, let's grab our ankles. Oh, for a nice quad stretch. And release. Coming onto your knees and your hands. So for another cat-cow. So rounding your back for cat. Breathe out. And hollowing for cow. Breathe in. And let's go again, cat. And cow. And then instead of cat, you go into child's pose or flippy pose. Okay. And then from a seated position, we're going to stretch our shoulder and our arm. So right elbow in line with my right ear, and my hand is between my shoulder blades. And then bringing that same arm in front, extended. Switch your arm, first the elbow on the left side. And then extend it in front of your chest. Okay, release. Last one of today, keeping your right heel close to you and extending your right foot out into a half V pose, straight back. And then you're going to bring the right hand on the left knee and the left hand behind our left hip for a spinal twist, opening our left shoulder. Okay, back to the front, switch your legs. And then twist to the right shoulder, right side. And coming back to the front. And then for today, we're going to call it a day. So we had a 45 minutes, nice stretch and strength today.